What's going on, everyone? So don't look now, but Dorian Finney Smith is starting to come into his own a little bit. Look, it's third game since he was traded to the Lakers. Who knows even how much they've actually practiced with him? He's even talked about how he's just trying to learn and figure out where he's supposed to be and how he's supposed to operate on the various actions that they're running on this team. It's hard for anybody to just come to a new team in the middle of the season and to expect them to have the impact that Dorian Finney-Smith has had immediately is ridiculous, right? Like, he has been everything that this Lakers team needs and then some. Offensively, yes, he's a little rocky first two games. This game, much better, right? This is what you want to see from him. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 3 from 3, right? Plus 12. Once again, was one of our better impact guys. The ground he covers, the defense that he does, like, he is so incredible out there just watching him play. And I said it from the jump, right? Like, from the moment we saw him on the basketball court. I said he is the closest thing that the Lakers have had to Jared Vanderbilt since Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, the guy's everywhere. He has his hand in everything. I mean, he's creating turnovers and disrupting stuff. Like, it's a thing of beauty watching him and his efforts. And he doesn't even know what he's supposed to be doing out there. He's just out there playing. Right? He's just like playing on pure instinct, trying to read what the Lakers are doing while also reading what the other team is doing. Right? Like, he's trying to figure it out. And he will. And he's only going to get better. He's only going to get more comfortable. He's only going to get more acclimated. Right? And look, I said it from the moment we traded this guy. If you're looking for him to come in and be a 20-point-a-game guy, you're going to be very disappointed in him. But if you watch these games and you don't just box score watch, and you actually seeing the impact that he's having out there on the basketball court, he's doing exactly what he was brought here to do. Chip in, give 8 to 12 points a night, knock down a couple threes, and you're good. That's it, right? We just need you to hit basically two threes a game, get, a backdoor cut, maybe a couple free throws, and that's it, right? We're not looking for him to be a 20-point-a-game guy and do all this crazy fancy stuff out there. Rebound the basketball, right? Do what he did in Brooklyn, right? That's why we traded for him. Right? You look at his numbers in Brooklyn, for those who aren't familiar, right? 20 games, 29 minutes per game on average. He's averaging 22 with the Lakers, but I do expect that to increase. He probably would have played about 30 minutes last night had he not gotten into foul trouble, but he ended up getting into foul trouble, and because of that, I don't think he was able to play as many minutes as we would have liked to see him do. But you look at the offensive side of things again, 22 minutes. He's averaging 8 attempts with Brooklyn, not with the Lakers. With the Lakers, he's averaging 5. But Brooklyn, he's averaging 8 attempts. He was shooting 46% from the floor, 43.5% from three-point range on 5.2 attempts. He was averaging 51% from two-point range on 2.6 attempts, having a 61% EFG. Free throw shooting, always been bad, but 62.5%. He hasn't taken free throws for the Lakers yet. Also bringing in 4.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists, a steal, a block, and 10.4 points. Literally, that's all that the Lakers need him to be. The defense side of things, help with the rebounding, and let's get it. And you saw that. Knocked down a couple points, grabbed a handful of rebounds, defended every position on the basketball court, from the big man to the wing to the star point guard that they had. His strength is in the defense. His strength is in his ability to impact the game without having to score the basketball. That's what makes him so great for us, right? We're not so reliant on him. Like, obviously, we need him to chip in and be able to shoot the ball as well, right? We need him to be a 3-and-D guy, right? But I trust that he's going to be able to do things. I trust that he's going to be able to figure some stuff out there on the basketball court, right? Like, he's just getting acclimated. He's just getting into the thick of things, right? He's already hit a couple shots, starting to see him shoot with some confidence in that previous game, right? Like, he was passing up looks and doing all this other stuff because, again, he doesn't want to rock the boat. He just got to a new team. Last thing he wants to do is come in and take 40 shots and make it seem like he's just, like the guy and all that. Right? Like, it's just like anywhere, right? You start a new job. You don't just walk into your new job and just like, jump up on this, that, and the other and go, okay, this is my place now, right? Like, the meme where it's like, see me, look at my eyes, right? This is my ship now. Like, you're not doing that kind of thing here, right? Like, that's not how this works. So the fact that Dorian Finney Smith is trying to play within the scheme of things and trying to figure out where does he fit in, where does he slot in, how does this work, right? I'm totally okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually prefer that, right? Be patient, take your time, get comfortable, get acclimated, right? Because this is your home for a couple seasons, so enjoy it while you can, type thing, right? And I've also had people ask, like, Tyler, like, do you have any concerns of him leaving in the offseason? I mean, obviously, he could opt out and leave, so there's always, like, the thought of in the back of your head, but him actually leaving, I don't see it. And I would imagine and hope, at least, that the Lakers did their due diligence and, like, talked to him and said, like, what are you looking for contract-wise? Like, like, we're going to trade for you and give up assets. Like, we want to know that you're willing to stick around here, that you actually want to be here, right? And so I imagine that there was some form of conversation, at least. And look, when we acquired him, I talked about how my guess is he opts out and they try to give him a new contract, right? That's probably what it'll be. It'll probably be something where, he opts out, saves the Lakers, $2-3 million, and he gets something like 4 years, 48 million, something like that, right? Like, that's what I think he'll be. And then now you got him locked up for the next 3-4 years. And that's fine, right? Because his skill set, even as he starts getting older in age, starts getting, 34, 35, like, he should be fine. And even in like a backup role, and you're not going to be paying him so much that it's like, ooh, right? Like, he's going to be on a good valued contract, right? He's going to be on a reasonable contract to where you can justify, keeping him around and riding this out. But I'm very high on Dorian Finney Smith. I think he is a real piece that can really make an impact for the Lakers. His three-point shooting, again, this guy was just shooting 43%. He's not going to go from, or hopefully, go from 43% to like, 10%. Like, you knew he was going to get comfortable. He's going to find some shots. And look, I don't think that this is even the gist of it. Like, I think that there's still more to come, right? I don't think like, oh, that's it. He's never going to give you anything again. Like, no, I think he'll very likely have games, where he gives you 15 or he, does this or he does like, I'm very confident that he's going to have an impact on this roster from an offense standpoint to a defense standpoint. He already has, keeping balls alive and staying aggressive and, disrupting the opposing team and just putting opposing players in just the cycle. It's just like you're clamped up, sit down, you're not going anywhere type thing. I'm really excited to see how Dorian Finney Smith kind of plays out this year for the Lakers and just going forward. This guy is, again, everything the Lakers need and then some. Literally everything the Lakers need and then some. A sizable, versatile 3-and-D wing. Lakers have been begging for guys like this since we traded for Russell Westbrook, right? Like, and we've been chasing ever since, and you finally got your hands on one, and one that you were able to get reasonable, right? You didn't have to sell the farm to go get him. And this was actually, in my opinion, probably the hardest acquisition you could have gotten, right? Like, I'm not talking about like Star Wars. I'm talking about just the wing position, period, right? Because there's so many teams that want those kind of guys. Like the center position or backup center position, and then the point guard position. Those are easier, right? Because there's just so few teams that actually need that, right? So it's just like the competition isn't as thick. But somebody like Dorian Finney Smith, every team in the league could use a Dorian Finney Smith, right? And you can't have too many Dorian Finney Smiths. right? Like, I'd love to have 4 of them, right? So time will tell. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? You excited? You excited to see kind of like where this progresses, where this goes with Dorian Finney Smith? Did you always have faith in Dorian Finney Smith? Do you think that he is somebody that can really have an impact for this Lakers team? Do you think no? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.